Getting back in the groove a little bit after the tough game last weekend.
You said, how was it?
Yeah, overall, you guys getting back in the win,
honestly,
prepare for the playoffs.
I know I spoke Thursday and said it may take a little while to get back in the thick of things, but I feel like once we got the good news that he was up communicating with docs, FaceTime his team, I think that put guys at ease a lot. So I think getting that information before the game put a lot of guys at ease.
And how about just the Vikings rebounding, getting a win after the loss to the Packers?
Yeah, I mean, Coach always talks about it. Anytime we end up losing the game, we find a way to bounce back, stronger. But heading into next week, we can't have those losses. We can't lose any games because it's win to go home. So the real season starts now. That 17-week, 18-week season is pretty much makeup. Now it's time to go out, and play some complementary football, play with one another. Because we have to understand everything matters. Every snap matters. Every second on the clock matters. And we have to be dialed in for 16 minutes.
You go, Bill.
I know you've already
Ladies
answered
first.
this, but your fifth interception of the season. What did you see on it? How did you feel?
Man, it was. I was expecting a double move. Good thing I was because he threw it right to me. But later on in the year, I guess teams trying to get me to stop and start my feet. Because they pretty much understand I can be on the initial route pretty close and pretty tight. So I was honestly anticipating a double move, and it looked like the quarterback was too. And it felt like a punt return to me because there wasn't no one around me. And I'm kind of upset that I stepped out of bounds because I was definitely trying to get that to the end zone.
Did you think you were in? I mean, with the white cleats, the white line,
I know that. Yeah, I thought I was in. I knew I was close because I couldn't cut back because my blockers was trying to seal the guys from pinning me to the sideline. So they got me just close enough to get my Nike check on the white line.
You sure? Okay. I know picks aren't everything for DBs, but I think 5 is the most since you had 7 and whatever 2012. Like, what does that number mean to you?
It means a lot, man, because that's what I dedicate every offseason for. To have plays like that show up. And I felt like last year I had opportunities to make plays, but I didn't make the best of them. And this year, that was my whole goal, my whole mindset coming into this year. I know I'm going to have opportunity. I know it's going to be very limited, but I have to make the best of those opportunities. And I felt like, when those opportunities presented themselves, I had a pretty good year. I thought I had one of my better years I had, in my 12-year career. And we'll see if it pays off.
How would you describe the evolution of this defense over the course of this year as you guys set up the plan?
Man, the thing I really just love about this team is it's no quit. There's never any doubt that we can go out there and, compete with the best of them. But the belief that we have it's unmatched. I believe we have the record now, 11 wins within one score. I mean, that just goes to show the grit, the commitment that guys have with to one another to go out there and get that one common goal, and that's to win a ball game.
How about Duke, Shelley? You know what it's like to get something good against a former team. You feel good for him today, huh?
Man, I was so happy for Duke. I know you guys probably tired of me saying this, but I told him he was going to get a pick today. I did, man. I said, man, it's the last game of the season. It's only right. The story's written for you, man. Go get your first pick against your old team, and he got it, and what a great feeling I know that was for him. The confidence that he's been playing with over the last 6-7 weeks has definitely made us that much better on the back end for sure.
Did you watch games now tonight, scoreboard watch, the whole deal, or did you get away from it?
I love football, so I necessarily won't be scoreboard watching, but I will be watching the Green Bay and Detroit. By the time we get home, it should be about second quarter, halftime, somewhere in there. So we'll see.
Are you pulling for Detroit?
I mean, we're in the playoffs.
That doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
You're not a spoiler.
Yeah.
Your seeding depends on who wins that Arizona-San Francisco game.
Yeah.
I mean, does it matter 2 or 3 at this point?
It don't. Yeah. All we can do is just focus on us. And whoever that team that appears on the schedule for Saturday or Sunday, that's who we're gonna have to play.
You talked about can't lose anymore. How confident do you feel like you guys are about how dangerous you could be to make a run in the playoffs?
Man, I feel like I have all the confidence in the world in us. So we feel like we are a very dangerous football team. We just have to understand we have to start faster, and not have that slow start in the playoffs because although we have a bunch of comebacks in the season, a bunch of one-win games, the margin of error in the playoff is so small. So we just have to make sure going into next week that, like I said, everything matters. And I know the group in this locker room understand the position that we are in, and we won't let each other down.
It's kind of crazy to think like KJ, JJ, they've never been in a playoff game.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're in for, kind of. They've been in games similar, right?
Yeah, they got a little bit of taste of it, last couple of weeks, but the light's going to be a lot brighter next week. So I'm excited for those guys. Have all the confidence in the world that those guys are going to go out there and perform to the best of their ability. Who's up next? We just got to wait and see.